back, or this first ever podcast on Anderson Thanks on YouTube. And introduce yourself to the channel, Mr. Matthew.
Yes, my name is Mr. Matthew. I am the brains of the engine. I am behind all of this. I am the mastermind.
Yep. Okay. First topic of the podcast today is, or the other topic is just lying to yourself. Lying to yourself about the things in life, the good, the bad. Um, so name a time in your life where you felt like you were just lying to yourself.
Damn. Okay. So if I was being honest with myself, I've been lying to myself my entire life, man. I haven't figured it out yet. It's really tricky trying to figure out shit. Shit should be hard. And damn, like it's never gonna be the same.
So, obviously, like that's a pretty hard question, a tough question, because it means like when you talk about lying to yourself, you think about, okay, what are you lying about? So, and when I say that, I'm thinking more of like reality, lying about things that you're doing that you think are positive, but they're not really. So, like saying like for like a fat person, say, oh, I'm eating this what's the health substitute, or like, yeah, maybe this Gatorade, like a lot of people drink Gatorade, right? Oh yes, it gives me electrolytes, it makes me healthy, right? No,
Yeah.
Gatorade has 140 calories per bottle. You're gonna get fat if you
Yes.
keep on drinking this all over again. It has so much
Yes.
sugar. So
Okay. Simply calories in versus calories out. You can't be like macros and shit, bro. That shit don't work. Come on. Let's be
yes,
real.
so
Stop lying to yourself.
that in essence is like an example of like, lying to yourself, like that fat person drinking a Gatorade, thinking, "Oh, I'm healthy. I'm gonna be drinking a Gatorade," or like what's another one? The same thing could be like water, right? Or like doing one workout, or yeah, doing a workout and then eating McDonald's after the workout. Consistently eating McDonald's for the workout, that's like the same, I guess,
Yes.
same
I
thing.
mean, McDonald's, like, we don't know what's in that meat, bro. That meat be, last time I ate that meat, bro, it was terrible.
Yeah,
Like,
but fun fact,
that shit,
actually,
that,
if you eat McDonald's, and I mean, if you have McDonald's and you put it in outer space for a year and then bring it back down, it will look exactly the same the first day you bought it.
yes, exactly the same. Just like marshmallows.
It
And that
won't
shit processed.
it won't taste the same, but it will look exactly the same. And have you ever ate McDonald's a day after you bought it?
No, I usually eat the first day.
Yes, don't ever do it. I've done it when I was a kid, and I've learned never to do that ever again. So that's like
Yes,
a thing also I learned from McDonald's.
I agree totally. Because that shit is bad. Like, the only, like, fast food I fuck with is, like, Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. Yeah, get
Yeah, that's, like, the best.
the all-knowing evangelistic Chick-fil-A.
Yes,
Closed on Sunday.
Christianity is the winner.
Yeah, winner chicken dinner. Yeah. Okay, so the second
Yeah.
question, or second topic. So yeah, so wait, okay, I want to make sure you said everything you wanted to say about the lying to yourself. What does it mean to be lying to yourself?
Well, lying to yourself is literally just a like scam to like stop you from what you really want to do. Because lying to yourself is literally just like walking in a circle of like forever till you die. Do you want that? No, you don't.
So you're saying
And this is why.
it's like lying to yourself can halt your potential, can stunt your growth.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
it is the voice in your head that keeps you from achieving what you really want to achieve.
From achieving your goals. Yes. Your goals are everything.
Interesting,
David,
interesting,
I quote David Goggins. Don't be a pussy ass bitch. Get up. Do your work. Stay
interesting,
hard.
interesting,
Yes.
interesting quote. I don't think that's your quote. I mean, I don't think that's David Goggins' quote. I think that's your quote. That's your like quote,
No,
correct?
that is David Goggins.
Okay. Okay,
I seen him. Oh, he lives in Tennessee, bro. I seen him.
oh, that's your you met him, like shook his hand before?
Yeah, I used to be in the running, and I met him like at a race,
Okay, that makes sense. Oh, for real? Oh, you used to do the marathons?
like cross country.
He lives in Tennessee.
Yeah,
What part of Tennessee?
Nashville.
That's like
I think
saying
so.
that's like saying where do
I saw
you
him on.
that's like saying where do you
I
live
saw
in
him on
Los
Joe
Angeles.
Rogan.
That's like saying
I
where do you live in
saw him on. Holy shit! I saw him on Joe Rogan, and he said he lives in Nashville. I think.
okay.
That's all I'm guessing.
I watched that podcast too. Oh yeah, podcast. We're on the podcast. Hey. Anderson thanks. Yeah, Anderson thanks first for a podcast. Yeah. Okay, so the second topic. This was a pretty cool topic. The saying that ignorance is bliss. Do you know what ignorance means, Matt?
Yes, I am well aware of ignorance, and I do it every day.
What does ignorance mean,
You-
Matt?
Ignorance, well, ignorance is a lie. It's another lie they tell you, because ignorance is only like bringing down somebody that believes they're actually good. Ignorance is a good thing.
No, what do you think? I need you to give me a definition, bro.
So, like, you want to know what ignorance really is? Do you really want to know what it really is? Not what people are telling you. What it really is.
Yeah, what does ignorance mean?
Ignorance. Oh my God, you gotta hear this shit. Ignorance is the truth told the right way.
Ignorance is the lack of knowledge of something.
The truth told the
So
right way.
that was my definition of it. Let's see what the Webster definition of ignorance means.
Oh my God, don't look this shit up. It's all lies, bro. Come on. See what a book says about this shit, bro. Come
The
on.
lack of knowledge of information. So it looks like I hit that one on the nail, or on the head of the nail. So it's called. So the term ignorance is bliss. What does ignorance is bliss mean to you?
Ignorance is bliss. Ignorance and wait, what's bliss mean? I'm not quite sure. I know what bliss means.
It's like a. Actually, let me describe what it means, and then you can rebuttal on what I have to say on that. So ignorance is bliss is like, so ignorance means the lack of knowledge. In essence, everyone is ignorant to an extent on something, or even anything. It can be ignorant to anything. As for example, I am ignorant on cars. If my car were to break down the side of the street, I would not know. I would know to call the person to come fix it. I do not know how to fix my car. I'm ignorant when it comes to fixing my car. I have a lack of knowledge when it comes to fixing a car. So, the word ignorance is bliss means there's some things that we don't know that makes our lives better. Like there's some things of me not knowing that 9/11 happened. Ignorance is bliss. That I don't have to know that the tragic things that happen. It makes my life better. There's things that the government hides from us that we would never know. Therefore, we're ignorant. But some people say ignorance is bliss because what doesn't know you can't hurt you. That's another way of what you don't know can't really hurt you. You know, if you don't know it, how can it really affect you? So that's a better way of saying it. Like if I don't know what it is, it can't really affect my life in essence. So that's why people say ignorance is bliss. So what do you think of the definition I gave you? Do you feel like ignorance is bliss?
Ignorance is bullshit.
But you just said that. I'm pretty sure what you said at the beginning of what I just said. You said ignorance is great or something like that. You said it's not really what everyone.
And hey, can I not change my mind?
So I just changed your mind.
Can I not change my mind?
No, you're free to do anything you please, except for get naked on the camera.
I mean, just be on Pornhub then.
No, not on Anderson Thinks. We don't do that on Anderson Thinks. This is the intellectual channel. The mind of Anderson Cornelius.
Probably
Anderson the
get
Great.
a lot more money with that.
Yeah, sex sells. You're right. Sex does sell. So.
Wait, that's
But
topic,
hey, but you lose your soul. Yeah, that's the next topic.
Sex.
Next topic of the next podcast. You're correct. So yeah, what?
Sell.
Yeah, exercise. Yeah, no. Okay, you're really good at changing the mind. That you really get to change the mind. Okay, so yeah, what is so do you think ignorance really is bliss?
Yes, I do. Ignorance is bliss, and it's bullshit. I fucking hate it. Ignorance should be thrown out the window, bro. I fucking hate it. This shit is terrible for you, bro. It's bad for your brain. It gives you fucking like
But
cloud.
wait. Uh, think about what you're saying, because an astounding 5 people are gonna see this. 5 people are gonna see this, Matt. They're gonna think you're, but by the way you're speaking, they're gonna think you're less than. Speak with some conviction. Speak with some class. When you say everyone is ignorant, so you said it's BS, right? That's what you said ignorance was.
I said what I said, man.
That doesn't
Again,
make sense. That's you're ignorant. You're ignorant. Everyone's ignorant to not everyone. Everyone cannot know everything. As one person, you will not know how to. Even the wisest man of all time, Solomon, suffered with toil. He knew everything. He didn't know everything, but he was the wisest man to ever live. Did not know everything about the world. He found that pointless. As you
Okay.
just you can't learn everything. So in essence, everyone is ignorant towards something. So how can you? Okay, no, well let's just give it. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that again, but I think that one you're ignorant to the concept of ignorance. That's pretty intriguing.
I'm not ignorant, bro.
I agree. Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. And then
I,
this one we find a pretty cool common ground towards this one. Is depression a luxury? Do you think depression is a luxury, Matt?
absolutely. Because back in the day, like, think about it. People didn't care about your feelings. You had to go to fucking war. And when you go to war at such a young age as 18, bro, I'm just saying you're different your whole entire life. Depression,
Wait. How did war get put in this? Explain that again. I didn't hear.
because a lot of years before us, we had a lot of
I
war.
said is depression a luxury? What did you say?
I said that it is a luxury. I do agree.
Yeah,
That's my answer. I do agree.
yeah. And then why do you
Yes,
agree?
because like a lot of situations, people like don't get the luxury of depression because they don't have time because they have to go to war, they have to defend their family, they got to do all kind of shit back in the day. Think about it, like 1500s, they didn't worry about that. They were fighting out other people, bro. You can't be thinking about depression. Depression is not a thing. Depression is nothing.
Depression. So what do you think about the time period called the
It's
Great
a lie.
Depression in the 1930s?
It's a lie.
But you don't believe in the Great Depression?
I believe in it. I'm just saying, like, depression itself is a lie.
Depression itself is a lie. So what is depression?
Depression?
Yeah.
I mean, I could describe the feeling to you, but
Yeah,
the
tell me.
science of it,
Yeah, tell me.
the science of it, I don't know. But the feeling of it, it's all just a lie. Because it's a mixture of anxiety and feeling like really sad. And you spin that together, just like this, spin it together, and you get the combination of depression.
So you said depression is a mixture between anxiety and sadness.
Yes.
That's pretty. I think that's pretty.
And pretty much all of it is just lies because none of it has either happened yet or ever may never happen.
So I have the definition here, but what I initially before I looked at the definition, I thought depression was like a sadness, right? A deeper sadness, something that is deeper than sadness. And but when we like think of depression, we think of like clinical depression, right? Which is a mental health disorder characterized by persistently being depressed mood or a loss of interest in activities causing significant impairment in daily activity. So, saying is depression a luxury? And I think it is. I think I agree with your statement on like when people had to fight in wars back then and they had to uh, basically survive, right? Survive and raising their families and getting food, hunting for their families. They didn't have time to sit and somber over how poorly their lives were. Now, as the standard of living increases, time has become luxury. Not that's not necessarily. I disagree. Let me take that back. Time is value. It's a mixture of value and uh, it's currency. Time is currency, but there's more time now. I feel like for people to think instead of working. So
Because we
depression's
live
become
longer.
a no, not because the standard of living is better. I don't have to work every single day to live a decent life. You know, I can have a day off. You know, I can have time to think about my life. And these people back then, they were struggling to even make food, like to have food for the families. So it's become very nuanced. It's something new that the the word depression gives off. It's actually become like a trendy thing. Like depression's a trend thing. I see ugly female. No, sorry, let me see ugly. I apologize. What's called? But you see like females on like TikTok, right? Saying, "Man, I have ADHD, insomnia, depression, anxiety disorder, and all this." And like to me, like, why are you telling me that? Like, first of all, no one cares. That makes you 10 times unattractive, and again, the authority again, no one cares. No, so first one, no one cares. It makes you unattractive, and again, no one cares. So to me, I just feel like you would never see that. Nobody would be complaining like over and over and over again about their sadness. Like, and what I watched this video about Entertain, and it really like did change my mind on like depression. Because you see, I used to be depressed, right? Like I used to stay in my room all day. Like, man, I feel so sad. Like, man, it's not gonna get better. I want to end it all. I don't want to be here no more. And then what's called, and then when I realized like that's not really benefiting me, like why would I want to subject myself to think that lowly about myself? That becomes the issue, right? And then you start sitting in that mindset, and it starts to solidify in your brain, and then it becomes a problem. But then I saw this video by Andrew Tate, and it was basically saying depression is like a wake up call, like your body giving yourself a wake up call. Like, oh, I feel like crap today. I need to get up and do my thing. I need to fix this. I feel bad. My body's telling me I feel bad, so I got to fix it. I got to improve myself, to do it. And as you said, I remember like when you were in like freshman year, and you're a totally different person than you were a freshman year, right? And I'm pretty sure you didn't like that feeling being fat, being that. I actually have a vivid memory of what you looked like too. Like you had the blonde highlight in your hair. It was like a
I wasn't fat. I wasn't fat.
well, you're not as in shape as you are now, or
Yeah,
would you say that?
I was like skinny. Yeah,
Oh yeah, you weren't fat in middle school. You're fat in like in I saw pictures of you when you were though.
elementary.
I had this vivid memory of you like standing like that, like, and then I saw like a gut hanging out, but I don't know what that was. But you told me you're.
Oh,
I remember when I was younger, you told me you were fat. Like you told me it to my face. So I don't know.
yeah, like during elementary school. Yeah,
Uh, but obviously you feel like when you're in that scenario, you feel terrible, right? Like you're like, oh man, you feel depressed. Like man, I don't like feeling that. I used to be fat too.
I
Like
was
when I was in elementary
I
school,
was a kid.
you said what?
I was a kid. I didn't give a fuck.
No, okay. This is how I felt. But when I had that ruined my childhood. Like in essence, it made me the accumulations of like self doubt, self hatred, and what's
Were you
called.
wait? Were you person?
Yeah, I was fat, and actually, I'll show you a picture.
Yeah, I never seen this shit.
See,
It's
you
history
would
in the.
never know. But it ruins your mindset because now every time you see yourself in the mirror, you see that fat kid. A fat kid, once a fat kid, always a fat kid. You see yourself and you always think, oh, I'm fat, I'm fat, I'm fat. That's all you think about. Let's see if I find the picture.
I know.
This is gonna be tough to find. Because my mom, she made a comparison. She made a comparison. Okay, here it is. So this is me, and it's not. I don't know if it's. Let me turn up the brightness a little bit.
Will you play football?
No, that's basketball. That's me in. That's me in sixth grade. Sixth grade, and that's me in eighth grade. That's the difference.
So when did your voice change?
Well, 7th grade. What's called but yeah, look at this man. It was called but that point, like I've been fat since birth, not birth, but like maybe like 1st grade to 7th grade. That's when I lost weight in 7th grade, and that
I think I think second grade or first grade was yeah.
uses 2nd grade or what? Man, my camera looks terrible now. But what's called
Yeah, I was fat all elementary school, like first grade through it. For wait no, second grade. I think second grade. That's the turning point. Second grade.
turning point. But
Yeah, second grade.
the psychological battle that even you have as a child with that feeling disgusted in yourself, and I was disgusting as a kid. Like I was such a nasty kid. Like didn't brush my teeth, didn't want to brush my hair, just nasty. Like just a disgusting kid. So that like feeling like of and that just topped it off. And then also like my mom wasn't really good like at like nurturing. Like I remember like everything I remember as a kid was like you're a big baby, like you're the biggest baby. Like that's something I always remember. Like you said, you're just a big baby. She would always say that all the time. Like just a big baby. I remember that. That's something she's probably done a lot of nice things, but obviously the bad ways outweighs the good, right? You can do two good things, but a bad thing is worth two. Bad is worth two. Good is worth one. So if I do one good thing, one bad thing, I'm at -1 right now on that scale, you know. So that's how I kind of view the child. But in essence, that feeling of like I don't know the topic we're on now, but that feeling like of that psychological feeling that you go through as it changes through childhood, it changes like that. Okay, the next question. What is this is actually a video on my YouTube channel, but I think it's a pretty good question to ask. What is man's obsession over new things?
It's different. The dopamine rush that you get from opening new things, like when people order stuff on Amazon and buy new things, they get like this rush of dopamine, makes them feel good.
Yeah, you're right. So and that's for example that happened to you because you bought that new like turntable and stuff like that, so you felt that dopamine of new. But in essence, like I kind of equate to anything like women. Like you get a new girlfriend, you feel like, but she gets old, right?
Yeah.
Your girlfriend gets old. When I bought that PS5, it got old. When I bought the everything gets old, right? So we always are looking for the new thing. So our session is that dopamine rush, right? That's what makes the new things good, because the dopamine that we get from something that's new. But how do we appreciate the things that are old?
I think it's thankfulness, and
Why would I be
just
thankful
like
if something better can come in my life? Why would I be thankful for it?
be thankful for what you do have.
Thankful for what I do have.
Yeah, be like, you have a place to sleep,
You
bro.
have why? I have this iPhone right here. So you're telling me if you had this iPhone, Matt? Well, look at my hand compared to this iPhone, Matt. Look at my hand compared to this iPhone. That's how big my hand is compared to this iPhone. I could pick this up like this is my phone. This it's a trap phone, real phone, trap phone.
You know how to case?
It doesn't matter. But what's called I only use it at home, so it doesn't matter. But if you had this phone, Matt, you're telling me you're gonna be thankful for this phone, Matt? Something that dies in 20 minutes. That goes from 180 to 2 minutes.
It does the same shit.
Does the same stuff, yeah. Yeah, you could watch YouTube on it. You could,
It does the same shit, bro.
So you would be thankful if you had that phone. So if I took your phone right now with the excellent quality that it has, and I give you this master masterpiece.
I mean, my life wouldn't change.
Your life wouldn't change. That's a good. That's a good outlook. It's a good outlook. So why do you think you know it's hard? Would you think was it hard for you to ever change that mindset and not look for the new thing? You know, you still value new things though. You still buy new things all the time, so you still
Yeah.
value it.
I mean, I have the opportunity.
But
I'm not hurting
would
anybody.
you say you value the older things more than the newer things, or no?
Um,
Or well, actually, do you obsess over new things? Like
I
I
mean,
need
yeah.
something new.
I mean, yeah. I like to explore. I mean, it's boredom. Like, just stay at the old. Like, I get it. Like, appreciating old stuff is good, but like sometimes you need to get into new stuff. Sometimes, like, not like depreciate the old. The old is still good. The old, in my thoughts, are like wisdom. So I keep it on, and then I observe the new stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. I view it a lot like in like a woman stance, like being able to not get bored over a woman or like over. I don't know. I think about that a lot. Like, why am I not? It's like it means like you're not satisfied. Like a man, in man's nature is never truly satisfied with anything. Um, there's always we all as is human nature. We always want the new or the better. So I think that's what the exception is. Is the I need something better than what I have now. It's not what's the point of living if I'm not constantly striving to get better, to do better than what I have now, currently have now. So I think that's what the obsession is, that I need to. That's the purpose of my life, is to constantly get the best, the best, the best. But then that becomes meaningless, as Solomon would say, uh, because there'll always be something new. You'll never reach your goal. You'll never be satisfied in your goal. So yeah, that's the
So
that's the
yeah,
right there.
all those points were yeah. I'll take that. Those were all accurate, but
Yeah.
old stuff.
To close the first podcast on the Anderson Things channel. Do you have any more
Yes.
questions remaining, or no?
Okay, Anderson. I have one question.
I may have answered.
All right. So like, what's your plan in the next 5 years?
Anderson Cornelius, Anderson Khan, as you want today, Anderson Khan's plan. Uh, is to hope we become wealthy off of current investments, um, to pursue the degree that I'm currently in as a accountant, become a CPA, work at a firm, but most importantly, learn from businesses that I help through accounting, and eventually start my own business, because that's the true way, in my opinion, to gain wealth, eternal wealth in this world, is to create a business or to do something that continuously creates passive income. And I think a business is something that you can create a lot of passive income from, and not necessarily have to work at it. My goal is to create a business where I don't have to run a business anymore, and I make money off my business. Pay someone to run my business. That's how I want to. That's my. But in 5 years, so 5 years from now, that'll be 2000. It's about to be 2028. So I graduated in 2026. So
28.
yeah, so I'll probably be working at a firm, just my second year at a firm, and I actually might have a CPA by that time. I might be called CPA professor, CPA Anderson Cornelius Khan. Anderson Cornelius Khan. No,
Yeah.
Anderson Neil Zapp. CPA Anderson Neil Zapp. That's my plan in the next 5 years. What is your plan, Matt?
My plan: win over crypto. Be a successful HVAC designer, and be a copywriter and make an agency. and make millions, bro. That's about it for now.
Oh, I totally
I mean,
forgot about the harem of 5 different women, and the ambition of Genghis Khan to conquer the world. I
I'll
totally forgot
probably
about
have
that.
more than 5 women. I think like 200's about right.
Oh yeah, or yeah, be like Solomon had 1,000 wives, 400 concubines, something like that. Yeah,
I mean, it's enough pussy to go around.
you're right. There's more women than men. I think there's like I believe there's like 4 billion women in the planet. So yeah, so
I mean, man,
that's there's 7 billion people, so it has to be three to four. There's a billion more women on the planet, which is hilarious because one in this society, the highest value man gets all the women, and the lowest value man get the crumb, the the gutter. So that's my goal, is to be considered high class and to not have to.
wait. So you're telling me that we have more odds of getting girls because there's more of them than there are us?
No, I didn't say that, but I think it's pretty. But there's a billion more women on the planet than there are men. I'm
Yeah,
saying
that's what I'm
that
saying.
the high value men get the majority of women, which is kind of interesting. A woman would rather be second to a high value man than be the first in some women, I don't know. Someone, but it changes, evolves every year because of the again, what we said earlier in the podcast was about the standard of living being changed, of it getting better. So there's different things that happen every year because the standard of living keeps on. The GDP, as an economics course that we learned, that I learned in economics class, that the gross domestic product is constantly improving every year, even with inflation. So that is so. Yeah, that's the first. I think it's like 30 minutes now. Yeah, 32 minutes. First ever podcast.
32 minutes.
First ever podcast
Yeah.
of the Anderson Thinks. So
Yes.
thank you for being on the podcast.
Hey, you're welcome, man. I'll invite you sometime more.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. This is the new Joe Rogan. Me and you, the new Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, he's gonna be on here too.
Yeah.